Okay, well, I know I've been wanting to talk about this guy, and he was my senator. He died, Senator Kennedy. This is the Time magazine. This is one of the Time magazine's issues that came out on his death. Let's see. He was probably one of the best senators Massachusetts ever had. My condolences to the family that are still out there. Teddy's sons, Patrick and Ted Jr. Robert to the sons of Bobby Kennedy, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Sorry for your loss. Hopefully you keep on fighting the good fight, and the rest of the Kennedy children that are out there. And this is the end of a dynasty. I would call it that. Maybe the end of a brotherhood, because the last of the three brothers are dead. I don't think we would call it an end of a dynasty, because or last night Camelot's dead, because there are the children, and you can say they are part of the Knights of Camelot too, I guess. So whatever. There's the picture of the three brothers, John, Robert, and Teddy. Why do they call him Teddy? That's not a family thing. Let's talk about Chappaquiddick, because that's one of the big things that Republicans have been bringing up in the comment boards. Everybody was wrong. Ted Kennedy would never reach the White House. His weakness and long shadow of Chappaquiddick. Shoot. Okay, that's the wrong paragraph from it. But yeah, one of the things he was famous for was the Occupational Safety and Health Act. Americans with Disabilities Act was another one he passed. I do know that he was very afraid of himself getting shot, and was worried, always flinched at gun salutes. Here we go. There are questions about Chappaquiddick that have never been closed. Where was Kennedy going with Capone? I can't say her last name. At that late hour, and the inquest in January, he claimed he was taking her back to her hotel across the water in Edgartown. Why did he wait until the following morning, 10 hours later, to report the accident to the police? He said it was because he had been in a state of shock and confusion. Was the real reason for delaying the report that at the time of the accident he was drunk? He claims he wasn't. He insisted he was not. I don't know, they never gave him a breathalyzer test. Oh, did they have breathalyzers back then? That was 1969, I think it was. In inquest, he testified that escaping from the car, he dived back into the water 7 or 8 times in vain in an attempt to free the woman, Mary Jo. And he made the mile-and-a-half walk back to the cottage where the party was still underway, collected 2 male friends, returned, well, and did another attempt to try to free her. By that time, she would have been dead. So, that's kind of a bad argument. I think he's pretty much, in this case, he's probably guilty of manslaughter, not cold-blooded murder or anything like that. When that proved impossible, Kennedy decided to return to his hotel in Edgartown, but instead of summoning the night ferry, he chose to swim 500 feet across the bay. He chose to swim. Okay, that makes sense. The inquest concluded that Kennedy had lied when he was taking the component Mary Jo back to Edgartown. It also ruled that his negligent driving appeared to have contributed to her death. By the time the inquest was complete, Kennedy had already entered a guilty plea to leaving the scene of the accident. He received a 2-month suspended sentence, but it would be truer to say he was sentenced to life under the cloud of Chappaquiddick. So that's pretty much it. I missed the first paragraph here. July 18th, 1969, Kennedy hosted a reunion for 6 women who had worked at the center of Bobby's presidential campaign. And the gathering took place in a rented cottage on Chappaquiddick Island, Martha's Vineyard, just off Martha's Vineyard in Massachusetts. About 11:15 the night, Kennedy asked his driver for the keys to his automobile so that he could leave the party with Mary Jo, 28, a former aide to his brother. According to the testimony he gave later at a judge's inquest, he took a wrong turn onto an unlit dirt road and across the small unrailed wooden bridge. His car went over the side of the bridge and landed upside down in the water. Kennedy managed to escape. Mary Jo did not. Okay. So that's what pretty much happened with the Chappaquiddick incident. And pretty much Massachusetts has, I don't know if you want to call it forgiven him for it, but we've continued to elect him and re-elect him every 6 years into the United States Senate until now he's dead. So we are going to miss you, Senator Kennedy. Goodbye.